Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over a pair of Fox News articles listing some people that Donald Trump has appointed to be in his cabinet for the 47th president's administration. And there's a lot to go over here with a lot of names being mentioned. This first article goes over the breaking news that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will help lead Trump's Department of Government Efficiency government program they're doing to look at running government more efficiently. So this is the first one I'll go over, and then I'll go over the second article, which has a list of people who have currently been appointed to Trump's administration. Before I do that, make sure you give the video a like, click subscribe by tapping the bell icon down below as well, so you always get notified when I post a new video. So what's going on right now? Well, I think it's very fair to say that Tuesday, November 12th, has been one of the busiest days, potentially ever, for presidential appointments. President Trump has put out multiple names of people he's appointed to different agencies, and the biggest headline is certainly Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy leading Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. So President Trump announced that billionaire Elon Musk and former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. Trump said that the pair will work together to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies, end quote. It'll become potentially the, quote, Manhattan Project of our time. The announcement was made on Tuesday evening. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of DOGE, or Doge, for a very long time. The president-elect said that Musk and Ramaswamy will provide advice and guidance from outside the government and will partner with the White House in the Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to the government never seen before. So this is a very, very interesting part that's mentioned here, as this is technically not a government organization. It's technically an outside of the government organization focusing on government organization. So it's a little confusing, but it's very, very interesting development here. Trump has also said the agency will be focused on creating a more efficient U.S. government that looks to make life, quote, better for all Americans. Trump said, importantly, we'll drive out the massive waste and fraud which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending. They'll work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable to, quote, we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. A smaller government with more efficiency and less bureaucracy will be the perfect gift to America on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. I am confident they will succeed, said the president-elect Donald Trump. In a post on X or on Twitter, Ramaswamy reacted to the appointment by saying, we will not go gently to Elon Musk in the post. Ramaswamy, of course, ran for president in 2024, has been a vocal supporter for Donald Trump ever since he suspended his campaign in January of 2024. And Vivek also, for some electoral news, did mention that he will not be running for the open Ohio Senate race that will be vacant due to J.D. Vance serving as Donald Trump's vice president. The governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, has to appoint a senator either to fill the seat and run for re-election or just to fill the seat until the special election. Vivek Ramaswamy is pulling himself from contention for that seat. So that's really all there is to talk about in this one. This is definitely very, very big news, but I really covered most of it now in this video. So now to the second part of the video, I'm going to look at all the picks that have been made so far in Trump's administration. And it has been very hard to keep up because there have been a lot of picks made tonight on. I'm recording this late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. So I'm trying to get as updated people as possible for you, but there's been a lot of people appointed. The publicly announced ones is Chief of Staff will be Susie Wiles, Donald Trump's campaign manager for the 2024 election cycle. This one was announced, I believe, on either Sunday or Monday. So this one might be out there in the news for a little bit, but she'll be Trump's Chief of Staff, the first woman to ever hold that title in United States history. For the United Nations ambassador, this was the role that Nikki Haley filled in the first Trump administration. This is going to be filled by New York Republican Representative Elise Stefanik, who has been a House GOP conference chair and has been a big vocal Donald Trump supporter for the last few years. Definitely a very strong pick for Trump in seeking to promote his agenda around the world. National Security Advisor, this is going to be Florida Congressman Michael Waltz, and he's also a former Army Green Beret, would be his National Security Advisor. He's also been very hawkish on China and Iran, according to the article. So that's Mike Waltz. The Border Czar is going to be Tom Homan. He was the former acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. You may better know that as ICE. Was an architect of Trump's tolerance policy during his first administration, one that led to a lot of backlash about family separations at the border. Homan also served under 6 administrations and presidents in both parties dating back to the Reagan era as a rank-and-file Border Patrol agent. He was appointed to the position of Executive Associate Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations for ICE under President Obama. While serving as the czar level rather than in an official cabinet position, Homan will be in charge of, quote, the southern border, the northern border, all maritime and aviation security. That is from Donald Trump's Truth Social account. Also, I've known Trump for a long time, Tom for a long time. There's nobody better at policing and controlling our borders, Trump wrote. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origin. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt he'll do a fantastic and long-awaited for job. So Tom Homan will be doing that. Trump announced today that for the Israel ambassador, this is going to be filled by former governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, of course, a strong supporter of Donald Trump. His daughter is also current governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is Trump's first or second press secretary, I think second press secretary in Trump's White House. So Mike Huckabee gets the Israel ambassador position. EPA administrator, this is going to be a former Republican congressman and candidate for governor, Lee Zeldin. He has also been a very vocal, longtime Trump supporter as well, following that 2022 governor's race in New York. So Lee Zeldin will head up the EPA. Middle East envoy Stephen Witkoff will have this. He's a real estate investor, landlord, and founder of the Witkoff Group, was tapped as Trump's Middle East envoy. Also, we have the White House Council. This is going to be filled by William McGinley. McGinley served in Trump's first presidential term as White House Cabinet Secretary. He returns for Trump's second term and will conduct a more behind-the-scenes research into potential Supreme Court nominees, which, depending on how the court ends up shaking out across Trump's 4 years, Trump could be looking at anywhere, of course, from 0 nominees to potentially a max of 2 to 3, depending on if any of the Supreme Court justices retire. The CIA director, Trump has appointed John Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe previously served under Trump during his first term as Director of National Intelligence. He will head the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. In 2020, he was awarded the National Security Medal, the nation's highest honor for distinguished achievement in the fields of intelligence and national security. As for what I mentioned earlier, the Department of Government Efficiency between Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, I already covered that in Trump's statements there. Secretary of Defense, this is a very big breaking news here. This is going to be filled by by Army veteran and Fox News host Pete Hegseth. This one, I'm sure, like many of you, also caught me by surprise. But Trump nominated Hegseth to lead the Department of Defense. He would need to be confirmed by the Senate to assume the position, but Hegseth has been a long champion and proponent of a strong military and veteran causes. He served in Iraq and Afghanistan as an Army infantry officer, being awarded 2 Bronze Stars and Combat Infantryman's Badge. Trump said, "Nobody fights harder for the troops, and Pete will be a courageous and patriotic champion of our peace through strength policy." Certainly not a pick that was expected, but Trump is very, very confident in the pick, so we'll have to see how this goes. For Department of Homeland Security Secretary, this was South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem was appointed to this pick. This is also, Noem would have to be approved by the U.S. Senate to assume this position. DHS oversees U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Immigration, Customs Enforcement, Secret Service, and Federal Emergency Management Agency. She was the first governor to send National Guard soldiers to help Texas fight the Biden border crisis, and they were sent a total of 8 times, said the Trump transition team in a statement on Tuesday. She will work closely with Border Czar Tom Homan to secure the border and will guarantee that our American homeland is secure from our adversaries. So Kristi Noem will be that position. And finally, we do have Secretary of State, where it appears Marco Rubio will be the pick. However, sources have said that Trump has settled on Rubio for Secretary of State, another very hawkish person on Iran and China to run the State Department. This has not been officially confirmed yet by Trump. I don't believe Trump has put out an official statement yet, but it is right now looking likely Marco Rubio will be the pick. So this should be very interesting. It also is worth noting Rubio was on Trump's shortlist for VPs earlier in the summer. So that's a lot of names being thrown around. And don't forget, we're only a little over a week since Trump won the election and is going to be the next president of the United States. It's only been a week since then, but already Trump's administration is beginning to take shape, and we're getting closer and closer to January. And I'm sure in the coming days, there's a lot of positions Trump has to fill. We'll likely hear more and more names continue to get filled, including potentially some very popular names in the media, like RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard. We're still waiting to see what role they will have in a 47th President Donald Trump administration. So that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a like, click subscribe, share with your friends and family, and hope to see you in a future video. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button and make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day. So I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.